it's easy. Trey is back, Phil Jackson made hollow. Expressing ain't the subject because they like to follow the words.
Express yourself. This is an old school song. This is NWA. And if you don't know who NWA is, you're probably too young. So, NWA come out late 80s, somewhere around there. I'm talking, let's see, Dr. Dre, Ice Cube, all those guys. It's just a bunch of old school guys. And I love old school rap, so talking to the guy who loves old school rap. So I barely fit in this parking spot. I had to back up like 4 times to get in it because it's right on this curve and I was afraid it's going to hit my rims on it. Actually, it wasn't that close to it. I just didn't want to hit my rims on it. But I am at school, getting ready to go to class. I've got 10 minutes to get to class, so I'm going to run. I'm not really going to run. I'm going to figuratively run. So, and then when I get out, I've got some stuff to do. I've got to start on writing my speech down. So that's what we got today. So we got macroeconomics first. I remember to get my pens. I ordered some pens off of Amazon. These are the best pens ever. Ordered them off of Amazon. I got 12 for like 13 bucks or something like that total. So that was nice. So I'm freezing. I'm gonna run to class so I can get warm. So I'll see you guys in a few. Hey guys, I'm out of class and I'm here to pick up my friend Mara. You guys, I don't know if you guys remember Mara. I haven't seen Mara in like forever. I'm taking her to work. She has nobody to take her to work today, and I told her I would since I've got a little bit extra time. So I'm gonna take her over there. Mainly because I want to hang out with her for a little bit because I haven't seen her in like a year or something like that. It's been forever long. No, it's been less than a year, but it was spring. It was at least spring because we went to the basketball game together and seen Sullivan East play Unicoi. So that's the last time I saw her. So hopefully she will hurry up so I won't be here waiting too long. This dog is literally as big as me. So I got to thinking, if the zombie apocalypse does happen, and for some weird reason, the dead do come back alive, I mean the people who are already dead, if that be the case for this zombie apocalypse, you get what I'm saying, like if this is the real zombie apocalypse that happens, if they come back to life instead of being infected, would the author of The Tale of Two Cities come back to write another novel saying it was the end of times? It was the end of times? I don't know. It's a good question. So by the time I got home, I didn't have a whole lot of time. I had 30 minutes. I did get the vlog edited. I didn't get it uploaded. I did get it edited, which was crazy. It was a short vlog though. So I've got to get ready for work now. I did get some time to work on my speech as well. I have 5 minutes worth of speech right now. I need 7. I need to come up with 2 minutes worth of speech, which is very impossible at this point. So I put everything in there I could think of to put in there, and it's not enough. So when I come home tonight, I've got to just throw everything I can at it and hope I get 7 minutes. Other than that, I don't know what to do. It just has to be short because I don't have any other information to put in it. But I got to get ready for work. So I'll see you guys in a few. Hey guys, I'm getting ready to go to work. Got here a little bit early. I don't know how I ended up here 4 minutes early, but I did. But I'm gonna go to work, and I'll see you guys on my lunch break. Lunch break 6 to 7. Plan on getting some Chinese food, hopefully. I have a blue house with a blue window. I just ate dinner. I had Chinese food. It was awesome. So now I've got a couple minutes. I've got about 10 minutes before I have to go back. I'm downloading a song from iTunes and waiting on it so I can listen to it before I have to go back. So, but needless to say, this break's been pretty nice. I've got to rest a little bit, rest my mind. And I really need to rest my mind right now because when I go home, I've got to try to get that speech longer, and I don't know what to do. So I'm just not gonna think about it, and then hopefully when I get home, stuff will magically appear in my head and say, "Here, write this," and I'll write it, and we'll have enough to make the speech 7 minutes. So I'm thinking I'm gonna have a whole different sub point. I think that's what's gonna have to happen. I don't want to, but we may have to. But yeah, so 3.5 more hours of work unless they decide to let me go early. It's highly unlikely. So still, it's worth thinking about. Maybe I'll get off a little bit early, enough to go home and work on that paper. So nonetheless, I will see you guys in a few. Hey guys, I am on a 10-minute break. I am just about dead. I don't know if I'm going to make it through tonight to work on that speech. I'm just so tired. I've got to finish it though. I mean, I have no option, but I'm just so tired. I don't know if I'm going to make it. If you guys didn't know, I haven't had a soft drink since January. Actually, I take it back. I've had one soft drink since January, and that was when I was celebrating our tennis championship. So, I really needed some caffeine, and I didn't want coffee, and I wanted something with a kick. I didn't just want water, like, cause I've had water for months. So I decided to find something with caffeine that didn't have any high fructose corn syrup in it, cause high fructose corn syrup is very, very fattening. So, but here's what I ended up with: is a Coke Zero. You know, just a little something with caffeine, just something with a kick, something with a taste that I kind of wanted. That's just kind of what I wanted tonight. I just need something to try to wake me up. So hopefully it'll do the job, and I won't be too bad through the night. And maybe I'll be able to go home, get that paper done, and get the vlog uploaded and all that stuff. And I won't be too tired to do it. My phone died. I don't know how. It had 47, almost 50% when I came back to work, and now it's dead. So I don't know. So anyway, I'm gonna sit here and drink this, and then go back there for another 30 minutes, and then go home, hopefully. So that's the plan. Hopefully I will stay awake for the entire time. Okay guys, I told you I would give you my speech real quick before I go to bed, because I need to rehearse it real quick. So let's turn this off. There we go. I'm going to rehearse it real quick for you guys. So I'm going to set my timer on my phone, if I can find my phone. Where's my phone? Back my phone. Here's my phone. Set up my timer real quick on this. Make sure that we're at least over 7 minutes. So, and I'm losing my voice, so this is going to help any. So, here we go. What if I told you that there is a way that we could lower gas prices with the passing of one bill? According to the Energy Administration, or the EIA's data from last week, the average price on gas in the United States was $3.49 per gallon. Also, according to my audience analysis, only 2 people had even heard of the Keystone Pipeline. I plan to give you a better insight on what the Keystone Pipeline is, and how the government can create jobs and help our economy by using it. I'm sure that no person in here will argue that the current oil system is a problem to us and our economy. I will cover the problem that we face with the current oil system and the foreign oil trade, the effect that it has on the people in the economy, and what we as a country can do to make a change by instating the Keystone Pipeline. First off, let's look at the current oil system and the problem that we have with it and foreign oil trade. The problem that we have with our current oil system is the way that we obtain our crude oil. In our current oil trade system, we obtain our crude oil by purchasing it from other sources in the world. The oil that we purchase from other countries is then shipped to us using barges that travel across the Atlantic Ocean. 1 barrel of crude oil is roughly 44 gallons, non-refined, and can be slightly larger after being refined. We as Americans consume roughly 19.15 million barrels of crude oil every single day, according to the CIA. Using this much crude oil in the United States causes us to become dependent on other countries for our oil supply, since we do not have the resources to meet that demand. This means that we need to reach out to other countries to obtain the oil to meet the usage of our country. 45% of our crude oil is imported from other countries, according to the EIA. 29% of that comes from Canada, 14% from Saudi Arabia, and the remainder of that 45% coming from other countries. However, 55% of our current oil does come from the United States. Although we do purchase a large percentage of our own, even though we do produce a large percentage of our own oil, we're shipping nearly half of what we use in from other countries overseas. Now that we've talked about the problem that is foreign oil trade, let's look at what it does to the people and the prices that we pay for gas. By requiring a large amount of our oil to come from other countries, we begin to gain a dependency on countries in the Middle East like Saudi Arabia, who is the main supplier from the Middle East. This can cause an effect to our economy that causes us to pay higher prices for gas than we actually should. With this higher demand in the Middle East, they can begin to charge us as a country higher prices, even though the price of oil is constantly fluctuating. We can actually use the two most common oil prices and average them together to get the closest price possible. According to Bloomberg, the average price of 1 barrel of crude oil is $96.87. While the other countries in Saudi Arabia, while the other countries such as Saudi Arabia know that we will continually need their supply, they can continue to raise their prices to record levels every year. That is a change that we will see at the pump and in our wallets as well. With the higher prices, this crude oil comes from the price that it costs to transport it or have it shipped from the other countries. According to Philip Longman of the Washington Monthly, it costs $2.28 per mile to transport 1 barrel of oil once it is in the United States. This leads to hundreds of millions of dollars just to transport this oil from country to country. That means that the oil companies can charge us more at the gas pump for their shipping costs, which are growing larger every single day. Now that we've talked about the problem that we face from this issue and how it affects our economy, let's talk about what we can do by instating the Keystone Pipeline. The Keystone Pipeline is a pipeline that is run by the company TransCanada. The pipeline would pump oil from the sands of Canada via the pipeline to the United States. The pipeline would run from Canada all the way to Houston, Texas, and span a little bit over 2,000 miles. By using the Keystone Pipeline, we would heavily decrease the amount of oil that we purchase from the Middle East. According to an article in the Wall Street Journal, the expectation for the pipeline is 400,000 barrels every single day. This means $473 million in savings on shipping costs for oil companies, which allow them to lower our prices from the depletion of shipping costs, according to the Wall Street Journal. This would be an almost immediate impact on the price of gas, since the companies would no longer be paying such steep prices just to transport the oil. Since the oil will be piped to the United States, we will also create more jobs to stimulate our economy and decrease unemployment rates. It is projected that with the Keystone Pipeline, we could create 100,000 jobs just to create the pipeline, according to the Wall Street Journal. This doesn't include the jobs that we would need to process the oil once it is received in the United States. That could have the potential to create just as many jobs for Americans within a very short time limit. There has been some concern, however, about the environmental aspect of this pipeline and how it will affect the environment. The truth is, the installation of this pipeline will not completely be pollution-free. On the other hand, if we look at the other ways that we're obtaining oil at the moment, they're releasing just as much, if not more, pollution than the Keystone Pipeline actually would. It would be impossible to find an energy source that would actually eliminate pollution, since all possible solutions to the energy crisis also create pollution in some parts of their processes. In conclusion, by instating the Keystone Pipeline into action, we can create lower oil prices that can cause a better economic situation for everyone. By using the Keystone Pipeline, you can see that we can fix the problem that we face with the current oil system, change the effect that it has on the people and the economy, and see that as a country, we can make a change. This is a large step for our country and will make us a little bit closer to being more independent of our oil supply. I would hope that after what you've heard today, that you would make the steps to support this project in hopes that we could once more be independent as a country. And that was right at 7 minutes. I'm not even gonna lie, guys, that sucked because I am so tired right now. like so tired. I've got to do one more thing to this. I noticed a couple spots that I need to look at and make sure that I have everything down. But I'm just so tired that I can't even hardly move right now. I don't know why I'm this tired. Probably because it's 12:30, but still, it's just like today has been so rough, and I don't know why. So I'm gonna get some sleep before I pass out from just sheer tiredom. Is tiredom even a word? I don't even know anymore. So I'm going to lay down and go to sleep. Sleep all night. Get up in the morning, give a speech, and it's going to be all hunky-dory. So, and I've already turned in my English paper. I turned that in last night. So, way ahead on that. Way ahead. I feel proud about that. But I've got to finish up a little bit of things on the speech and make sure everything's right in my final draft as well. So with that, I'm going to go to bed. And I know that speech was really bad because I'm so tired I can't even read right now. And that's why I was having trouble. I'll put more emotion in it tomorrow. And I'll try to record it tomorrow. So, see you guys tomorrow. Good night, guys. Peace out.